Namaste, welcome to Nurses Ladder. So today in this video, the topic of interest is English language requirement for all those nurses who would like to apply for registration in the United Kingdom. So my dear nurses, if you are interested in nursing education as well as nursing profession related videos, you can better subscribe to my channel, and at the same time you have to hit the bell icon for getting notifications related to new videos as soon as I publish them. So my dear nurses, let's start. This video is all about clubbing of your Ielts score, which is a very important content when we think about English language testing requirements to the United Kingdom. So I will be concentrating on clubbing, how to club the scores and what is the criteria if your scores can be clubbed or not. So let's see in detail. So my dear friends, as you all know, in order to apply for the registration to the United Kingdom, you need to have an English language testing system score if you have completed your educational qualification in a country outside the Europe. So if at all you want to apply for English testing, you have got two options. Okay, so the first one is IELTS and the second one is OET. So the full form of IELTS is International English Language Testing System, and the full form of OET is Occupational English Test. As you all know, there are four main modules in both of these tests. First one is writing, speaking, listening and reading. So in order to get a good score, your competency in all of these four modules or skills will be assessed in both of these tests. So if you consider IELTS, let's see what would be the scores. So in IELTS, if you want to club your scores, you have to know before itself how much would be the scores of these tests. So it has to be at least, it's written here, at least 6.5 in writing and 7 band score in all the other 3 modules. So if you see occupational English test, then you should at least score C+ in writing and B in all the other 3 modules. So this is a requirement or criteria which you need to meet if you want to apply for registration in the United Kingdom as a nurse. Now let's see what are the other criteria which you need to meet if you want to club your score. So let's see the criteria. The first one is you should sit for the 2 different tests within 6 months. In this, the 4 skills, as I have already mentioned, the 4 skills, writing, speaking, reading and listening, must be assessed in all the 2 tests, and the scores of IELTS must be more than 6.5 and the scores of OET must be more than C+. So this is the criteria. The scores of the either IELTS or OET must be more than this particular scores when you calculate, when you add these scores in different sittings. So dear friends, I'm going to illustrate this with an example. So let's see which are the scores which can be acceptable in all of these 2 sittings within 6 months of listening, which is acceptable. Like for example, if you got the score of 7 in the first sitting and in the second sitting you got it 6.5, then it can be acceptable. And in case of reading, the first test you got 7.5 and the second test you got 7. Again, it is more than 7. Overall, if you calculate it, it's more than 7 or equal to 7. So it is acceptable. And in writing, again, the first test you have got 6.5 and this test you got 7.5. In speaking, first time you got 7 and second time you got 8. So none of these scores are less than 6.5. Okay, so one, it is here, it is 6.5, here it is 6.5. If any of these scores are less than 6.5 in any of the sitting, then it will not be acceptable. So let's see another example where the scores are not acceptable when you club it together. The first one is listening. You got 6 in the first sitting. Second sitting you got 6.5. And in reading you got 7.5 in first, and again it's in 7 in second sitting. Writing it's 6.5 in the first sitting, and in the second sitting it's 7.5. In speaking, the first sitting you got 7, and the second sitting you got 6.5. If you clearly see this particular example, you will understand that one of the score is less than 6.5, which makes the score unacceptable, non-acceptable. So it is not possible to accept the score if the score of any of the module is less than 6.5 when you club the scores of 2 sittings together, which are conducted within a 6 months time frame. Next, I'm going to illustrate the scores of OET with an example. So here the first list of scores are acceptable. So if you see the first sitting, the candidate has got B in listening, and second one also got B. Reading B and then C plus. Again writing C plus and B. Speaking B and B. So in this case, if you see clearly, it is visible that none of the scores are less than C plus. Okay, so it is acceptable. If you see the second example in this, the first score is B, second score is C in listening. In reading, it is B and C plus. In writing, it is C plus and B. And in speaking, it is B and B. If you see clearly, you'll understand that one of the score is less than C plus, which is C. And this is not acceptable. So if you club these scores together, the testing system or the council will not be able to accept the scores if you're going for a clubbing of scores for register. I have not much idea about the validity of scores of a test, English test. Then the validity is for 2 years. So once you complete your test, the score, the testing scores will be valid for another 2 years. So if you want to apply after the, after the test, you can apply within 2 years. If the validity is over, again you are supposed to sit for a new testing. So my dear friends, I hope this video was useful for all of you. If you really like this video, hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel for getting videos like this. Thank you so much for watching this video. Take care and bye-bye.